Alright, hello everybody. I am back again with another video for you today. And as you will see, this is another spread where I already have the cards laid out. Because as I said, I was not planning on doing videos on these readings for today came out through me reading the newspapers and online news sites. This one is tied to the previous one about the update on the virus. Now the reason why I did this one is because in my reading of medical journals and the discussion sites for the virus, they keep repeatedly telling us that there is going to be an increase in cases in October-November time frame. Now, how they specifically know that, I'm not sure. But they are making an assumption for the worst in October-November. And if you remember correctly, they said by this time we would have millions of cases. So, for whatever reason, that stirred in me to ask the cards, what do they have to say? So, what I did first here, and I'm going to go through each of the cards for you. What I did here was I did a past, present, and future on the virus. So these first three cards here are the past, present, and future on the virus. Past, present, and future. And this right here is a clarifier of the future card, which is the Nine of Blades. Now these others, we'll go through those when we get to those. But my question to the cards, and I'm reading my question as I wrote it down here. It says, will the virus deaths increase in November as, quote, experts are predicting? And that was my question to the cards. So what I did was, like I said, I did a past, present, and future because we are talking about a future event. What better way to get some idea of where you are now, where you came from, and where you're headed than to do a past, present, future. So that's what I did. So in the past, we got the King of Cups. Now we know this is the father figure. You can look at the picture. The dog loves dad. Dad has the I love dad cup. The kids look like they're having a grand old time. The little girl is hugging her father. So this is a very tolerant, diplomatic person, but since we're talking about an entity or a disease, that is how it was treated. It was like, okay, we're going to make the people feel at home. We're going to, well, not make them feel at home, but make them feel safe, make them feel like we are going to take care of them, make them feel that we are doing what is best for them. So that is what was going on in the past. And then all hell broke loose, which we are still in the present position here, where there were some people, and there still is in the present, because this is the present card, we get the Five of Coins, which is some people being left out in the cold. Meanwhile, she's in here collecting gold coins and drinking beer, and you got these people out here looking homeless, like they haven't eaten in days. So that is where we are now. We have a group of people who are cleaning up. And if you listen to the previous video about the update on the virus, this is in that reading. So it is further clarified here in this reading about the increase in the deaths. So here we have some people cleaning up, making money, but not everybody has enough money to participate in the stock market, which is where the money is being made. Meanwhile, everybody else is looking like these people right here. So that's what's going on right now. So again, keep in mind the question at hand is, will the deaths increase in October, November? Now, in the future position, we got the Nine of Blades, which is the Nine of Swords. Now, this is a card of anxiety, worry, wanting to give up. And if you look here, there's pills. It's late at night. This person has barbed wire around their arm. You have the dog here confused, like, what's wrong? You know? And you have a razor blade around her neck. Now, why in the world would somebody wear a razor blade around their neck? But you can see it here in the imagery. You can see her hair is a mess. You can see her eyes peeking through. She looks very distraught, like maybe she has not been taking care of herself. And so this is in the future. So I'm like, okay, this means that people will be worried. People will be possibly having thoughts of suicide, that things could be that bad. And this is not me talking. I mean, the quote experts are telling you every day, oh, we're going to have 1 million deaths. We're going to have an increase in deaths. So this person here is worried because of the information that is coming out. So this card depicts what they are telling us is, or it depicts what they are predicting is going to happen in the future, which is more deaths. Now, if you got the experts that should be trying to coil the worry and distress, it is almost like they're putting more wood on the fire here. And this card is showing that is what the future holds. So I asked for clarification because I wanted to know about the deaths. And I also asked, was it going to be something new that's causing the deaths? Or was it going to be something different? Because when I got this card, this says, okay, this doesn't necessarily say more deaths. But it does say people will still be worried about death and about the virus in October, November timeframe. So I asked for clarification, and in also asking that, I asked, is it going to be something new, or is it going to be still the same thing we're dealing with now? And I got the Moon card. Now, the Moon card is about deception, but it's also about choices, being torn between two things. You have the owl sitting here, and you have the moon, which, like I said, the owl can be wisdom. It can also be deception. And the moon as well can be about psychic abilities as well as deception. So there will be more deception in the future surrounding the virus. Because the moon makes it to where we can't see clearly. You know, we may not be taking the time to look at the details. But it can also be times of desolation. And we already see that here in the Five of Coins. And we see the emotional response to it here in the Nine of Blades. So we're not sure what we're going to be looking at in October, November. It could be something new. It could be something different. It could be just all the way around more uncertainty. The truth being obscured, which is basically deception, lies. People being suspicious and not trusting of the information that is coming forth, because there has been so many lies and so much misinformation around this thing. Okay, now those cards are the past, present, and future with one clarifier. Now, believe it or not, I did this one time before, and I said I would not ignore the cards that fell out, no matter how many it was. And as I was shuffling, this whole row of cards right here came out. This one here is a clarifier. This one is a clarifier. But this whole row of cards right here fell out of the deck while I was shuffling. And so after I did the past, present, and future, while I was shuffling those, these came out. But I went ahead and did the past, present, and future. Now, let's take a look here at these cards, because they are clearly telling us a message. So, this is past, present, and future, and this is clarifying the future. So, take a look at this card here. It says, fresh today for sale. Now, you see pretty much anything you want to buy here, you know, from a food market here. You even see something that's just been planted here. Just came up. Just has been planted. fresh today for sale. And what has been going on here is this country has been put on the sale block. Some are making gangbusters of monies, and others out here are in a position of being destitute. So here is the storyline that I got. Is they decided, whoever the powers that be are, decided that this is a market to make money in. Now, the market, what I'm talking about is the virus. This is a time when people are afraid. This is a time when people are not getting clear information, clear guidance. We're definitely not getting leadership. And somebody decided, oh, this is a market to make some money. Fresh today for sale, they say right here. Fresh today for sale. And they went into seclusion, had some private meetings, did some research, saw that the people were asleep at the wheel, and said, let's do our thing. And so the hermit is going into solitude. They went into some private meetings and decided what they were going to do. And they knew that the advocates was going to be in the streets. Now look here. These are people with signs protesting. And look at here. We got to put... Now, this right here just blew me away when I saw this. And right now, we got people in the street protesting. There's a little tent back there, camping out in places, which now they've said we're going to criminalize that and make you a felon and take your voting rights away if you decide to camp out here on this property. And here we have the policemen with their batons, and I'm sure they gun toting as well. But here we are. So they figured out, oh my, this is an excellent market. Let's have a meeting and figure out how we can make the best out this and make some money. We know the protesters are going to be in the streets. And are the protesters in the streets? Well, I don't need to tell you that. You can look at any newspaper, any online or any television news station and see that the people are in the streets. But here we go right next to this. They knew the people were going to protest. They weren't going to take it lying down. But I don't think they realized that the people were going to be willing to fight and win at any cost. And not to live the way that they are attempting to make us live. So here's the Five of Blades. This is Five of Swords. This is the cards that mean I am going to fight and win at any cost. So these people in the street here, they're not going nowhere. I know people thought they was going away, but it's been months and they still in the streets. And this card tells me that they're going to stay in the streets. They're going to fight and they're going to keep on fighting. And possibly because there are knives here, they are going to continue to fight. Even though you got these folks back here saying, I don't like what y'all doing, they still going to keep fighting. And here we have the World card. The World card lets you know this is not just a United States thing. This is not just a people thing. This is a world, any living thing. Because we have animals here depicted in this card. Which means this fight to the death, this fight to win at any cost is not just for humanity. It's not just for humanity. And this is all different cultures, all different ethnicities represented here. And they are working together here. They are also in the same quilt. Because, need I remind you, currently we only have one planet. We keep acting like there's somewhere else for the, quote, other people to go. We all live on the same planet. We all breathe in the same air, drinking the same water. So this card here is showing these people are not just fighting for humanity. They are fighting for life on this planet we call Earth. They are weaving the same thread. And this tells me that the peoples of the world are coming together to fight this thing that is trying to come alive, that is trying to be birthed across the world. And these people have decided, I don't care what you two back here think, I'm fighting for this. I'm fighting for this. And the world card also represents something going full cycle, full circle, which means something is complete. Something has gone the route that it was going to go, and it's over. But yet we still have these folks thinking that they can stop it. Now here's the card here that says how this is going to go down. This is the Page of Wands. This is the young, youthful energy. And the young folks are fighting here. They are fighting for this planet. And this Page of Wands is a risk taker. And he's showing his friends, hey, look, man, I'm going to do it. I'm going by myself with the flashlight. Y'all can come with me if you want to, but I'm going. Which ties again back to this Five of Swords here, which says, I don't care what you dudes back here are doing. I don't care y'all standing back here with your arms folded. I'm going forward and I'm going to fight to the end. I'm going to fight to win at all costs. And here is this Page of Wands right here that is saying, I'm going to take the risk. I know I have a risk of getting sick. I know I got a risk of getting hit over the head with a billy club. I know I got the risk of being beat up and arrested and charged with something. But I'm going to take the risk. I'm going out here because I'm not just fighting for me. I'm not just fighting for humanity. I'm fighting for the planet. And that's where this storyline ends here. But I asked for clarification on this at the time I was doing the reading in front of my computer. I asked for clarification. And I got the Knight of Blades. Now the Knight of Blades, if you look here, this dude is talking, he's cutting, he's running into the fray. So this is also young energy. But this is a message right here of I'm taking the risk. I'm running out here with the flashlight in the dark. I'm going to do what I got to do. Whether y'all coming with me or not is what this says. But then you get the Knight of Blades. This is the action, the youthful action coming in, running into the fray to fight the fight, even when you're not sure who the enemy is. That is what this Knight of Blades represents. And when I asked for clarification on this Page of Wands, I got the Knight of Blades. So whoever these powers that be are that have made this decision to make this a money-making opportunity, I can tell you that the young energy, from what these cards are showing me, the young energy is not having it. The young energy is willing to put it all on the line, because you have to remember, what do they have to lose? I did a reading on the 2020 graduates. They didn't even get to have their rite of passage. They're coming home from college with a degree in their hand and no job. The young people coming out of high school hoping to get their first job. Now they competing for the same jobs that they Mima and Pawpaw fighting for, that their mom and dad are fighting for. And that they didn't get to have the night or the weekend or the prom or the night of graduation to go and walk out of childhood into adulthood. They didn't get all of that, which in this country is almost like a rite of passage. Now I discussed that in a previous video with about the 2020 graduates. So these kids are this young energy, and it's not just children, but the young energy that is boiling up around the world is saying, we're not having it. You old dusty tail farts that's been in politics for 40, 50 years, it's time for y'all to go, because y'all running this planet in the ground. Now that is what this energy here shows me, is that they are willing to run into the fray with the lights off and just drive down the road not knowing what's in the road because they can't see, but they willing to fight and take a risk. We gonna die fighting, or we gonna die anyway? What do we have to lose? Isn't that what Trump said to the black folks? Democrats ain't done nothing for y'all. What y'all got to lose? Go on and vote for me. That's what he said. That's what he told us. What y'all got to lose? Well, Mr. Baby Orange Man, this young energy, these young folks are saying, what do they have to lose? So they going to bat. They gonna fight. Now that's the little storyline here that came out when I did past, present, and future on the virus. So the future is not looking good as far as the virus is concerned, because the deception is going to continue. They are not going to be forthcoming. We're going to still remain confused. One day it's this, one day it's that. The numbers are not going to be truthful as they should. So the deception is going to continue, and the young folks know it, and they willing to fight. They gonna risk it all. Now, that was a clarification here. Now I asked for further clarification on this moon card, and usually I'll just get one card, but today the cards just had a lot of information they wanted to tell me. And as I said, when I asked for clarification on this moon card, I asked if the increase in deaths in October, November was going to be from something new or the same thing. When I asked for additional clarification, guess what came out? The Magician. This is about something new being made. This is about something new, something being conjured up, something being laid out, something being constructed. So this would tell me there's going to be more than just the virus that we know about right now going on. And I got this card. I got this card right here. And then I got, because this was the last card I got. Then I got the Seven of Cups, or I'm sorry, the Seven of Coins. And the Seven of Coins is you have planted something and you're waiting for it to come up. You have put the work in for something. You've put it underground. You've built it. You've constructed it. So this card in combination with the Seven of Coins tells me there will be a new something. Whether it'll be called a virus, I don't know. But there will be a new something in October, November that will be causing additional havoc. And hopefully it won't be causing more deaths. But there will be something new that's going to come out. So this is a warning from the cards for us to prepare. There will be something new. So for those who have been just not being precautious, and those who haven't taken this thing seriously, if you didn't in the past, October, November, you better take it seriously, because it's going to be something new on the plate or on the buffet line for humanity. And here is the final card that I got as clarification for these two right here, which is the Six of Coins. And this is the philanthropy card, or this is people showing people in need, and rich people coming, or some rich source coming out and dropping you off a few crumbs, so that you become completely dependent upon them. And what this says to me is this new little thing here that's being cultivated here, shown by these two cards, that's being cultivated here, is going to cause more harm to people being able to feed themselves, pay their rent, pay their water bill. And I know a lot of colleges are saying that, you know, they're going to open up in October, November for in-person classes. Well, this is a warning to me, telling me that that may be what y'all are planning on doing. But what I'm seeing here in the cards, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Is because something new is either forming or being cultivated, that's going to be added to the already the fear that is already there surrounding people getting sick from something. There is something new going to be on the table come October, November, and it is going to create more businesses having to shut down. And the government is going to have to start giving to the people, because this is someone of means, someone of wealth, giving out to these people here on the street. You can clearly see this man here is homeless. So this might be a positive sign here with this philanthropy card being here, because what this could indicate is that there is something coming that is going to probably be a little bit more serious than what we're dealing with right now, and it's going to cause businesses to have to close down again. And the government is going to have to start helping the people. So this may, as negative as this is, that we're seeing something new come on the scene, as far as disease and sickness coming on the scene, because this is what this says to me. This could mean that, okay, the government is going to be forced to help the regular average folk. How that's going to look, I don't know. I may ask it at a later date, but like I said, these cards were all based on me sitting in front of my computer and reading the news, and I wanted to see what it has to say. So deception will continue. People will continue to be, as indicated here and here, people will continue to be scared, worried about their health, worried about their family members' health, worried about their elderly friends and family. And the deception about that is going to continue, as represented by the moon card. And based on the cards that came here, to me, there is a new something, a different kind of something coming on the scene, October, November, that is going to either appear to be making people sick or that will actually be making people sick. So there is some new something going to be on the scene. But this card right here, I think, is going to force the government to start helping the American people. So with that being said, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. They are my interpretation of the cards and my opinion. So I want to say thank you guys for watching. And I hope you have a great and enlightened day. And I'll see you next time.